Welcome to Wild Battle, where the struggle for dominance, the clash of instincts, and the hunt for survival play out in breathtaking encounters among the animals of the wild. This wild duck had no luck. The poor creature was peacefully resting, when instantly it was swiftly attacked by a predatory bird. Moreover, it all happened so quickly that there was simply no way to evade the enemy's claws. The hyenas were so confident in their strength that they were not afraid to attack a large elephant. However, the elephant showcased its power and devised an effective way to quickly disperse the intruders. The chance encounter between a chameleon and one of Africa's most dangerous snakes turned out to be brutal. The lizard displayed incredible bravery in the fight, which apparently impressed the stubborn reptile, so it chose to slither away from the scene. An antelope was trying to cross to the other side of a lake while a predatory animal swam behind it, looking to have it for lunch. The crocodile even attempted to attack the animal but received a solid kick to the jaw with a hoof. Thanks to this, the prey managed to withstand the struggle between life and death and safely reached the shore. An aggressive snake almost crawled into the house, but a barrier appeared in its path. A box with a surprise. However, the cat sitting inside immediately made it clear to the reptile that there would be no dialogue between them. Although the four-legged creature was cornered, it still managed to give a worthy resistance to the audacious enemy. The swan clearly didn't like the random passerby walking in the park with its owner. The haughty bird flared its feathers and attempted several times to strike the frightened dog with its wings. Luckily, the instigator of the fight quickly calmed down when it realized that there was no threat from the four-legged creature. Not many animals would dare to provoke a venomous snake intentionally. But this furry creature is not among the timid 10. It assumes a dominant position and actively tries to engage its opponent. Finally, it even drives the reptile into retreat. A Bengal tiger engaged in a desperate battle with a grizzly bear, considered one of the deadliest in the world. Emitting shrieks and roars, the tiger tried to neutralize its opponent, but the bear launched a counterattack. At first, neither of them wanted to give in, but towards the end of the fight, the predatory cat decided to retreat. An epic battle unfolded between a dog and a snake that had crawled into its territory. The pet dog tried to approach the dangerous intruder for a long time, but when the reptile leaped into the attack, attempting to sink its teeth into the barking opponent, it actually initiated a deadly duel, and it didn't end well for the snake. The giraffe, despite its outward calmness, is not an animal to mess with. For instance, this overly persistent rhinoceros received a swift kick to the nose just for trying to provoke the long-necked neighbor. Jaguars and leopards can sometimes be overly intrusive and curious when it comes to their adversaries. They enjoy provoking even dangerous snakes, which fiercely resist their advances. Playing with fire, that's how their interactions in the wild can be described. Leisurely sipping water, the wildebeest noticed two predatory eyes watching it from behind. Going to the shore was dangerous, but the animal still dared to take a risk. With its persistence and bravery, the hoofed creature cornered the predator and forced it to flee far away. And these two didn't want to engage in a fight with each other at all. The confrontational rhinoceros tried to show off with its sharp nose, but it didn't achieve anything worthwhile. It had to tuck its tail and retreat. The elephant and the rhinoceros faced a major dilemma. Who would turn out to be stronger and more aggressive? The confrontation had already escalated into a real standoff, but suddenly the elephant stepped back, started crushing tree branches demonstratively, and then hurriedly left the bewildered opponent behind. Due to its strength and size, as well as its aggressiveness, the rhino was not threatened by any predator during attacks in the wild, except humans. Depending on the species, the rhinoceros can have different sizes, but the largest is considered a white rhinoceros, which weighs from 2 to 3 tons. It remains a mystery what is the reason for the battle between this buffalo and the rhino. But the advantage is clearly on the side of the rhino, which could easily throw apart a dozen of these buffaloes. At the end, the buffaloes just scattered. The European hare wanted to practice high jumps as if preparing for the Olympic Games. Doing it alone was boring, so it found a way out of the situation. It decided to involve a dangerous reptile, which clearly had different plans for the long-eared jumper. The battle between the two hoofed animals often ends in a complete total failure for one of them. This buffalo is trying with all its might to stay on its feet and retaliate for its public humiliation. But alas, its opponent is too strong to be dealt with one-on-one. We don't abandon our own in trouble. This phrase couldn't describe better the family relationships of buffaloes in a herd. If one of them is under attack by fierce predators, the other horned comrades immediately come to their aid. Do you think there's no predator scarier than a bloodthirsty crocodile? Then take a look at what an enraged elephant is capable of. The animal has been thrashing about in the water for a while, but soon it becomes clear that the elephant is attempting to deal with its toothy opponent using its trunk. And as we can see, it's quite successful. The crocodile is undoubtedly a dangerous predator, but even for it, it's difficult to remain itself when a hungry pride of lionesses attacks it. These magnificent ladies work together seamlessly, and every movement is honed to perfection. So the toothy predator is not enviable. Its positions are clearly disadvantageous. We know from children's tales that hares and crows don't particularly like each other. And here's a vivid example. Several crows are attempting to attack the hare, but it doesn't give up. And with impressive maneuvers, it shows the audacious birds who's the boss here. One lion was about to attack a lone buffalo, but the situation unexpectedly turned against it. The horned beast even cornered it against a rock, but timely clawed assistance arrived. Quickly changing tactics, the predators, with combined efforts, brought the prey down and presumably had a hearty dinner. But that's not certain. The zebra turned out to be a truly lucky one. Fate gave it a unique chance to escape from the clutches of a dangerous predator. It darted out onto the shore, slightly bloodied, to its fellow zebras. Well, at least it was alive. The crocodile wouldn't hurt to sharpen its hunting skills. Defending its young in the wild, the rhinoceros was ready to launch an attack on a quite formidable opponent. The elephant didn't hesitate for long and tried to knock down the adversary to then deliver crushing blows. There was even a highly dangerous moment. Luckily, the rhinoceros managed to maintain balance, though it required getting a little muddy. In the clash between these two cold-blooded animals, the outcome is always unpredictable. In this case, the alligator was the active aggressor, swiftly pouncing on the snake and not letting go of it with its toothy jaws, no matter how the snake writhed in convulsions. An eel found itself on the hook of a clever snake, and its fate seemed sealed. But its agility and resourcefulness helped it slip out of the powerful grip of the reptile. Interestingly enough, even the snake itself didn't understand how it happened. Two lions engaged in a fierce battle. The males were ready to fight to the last drop of blood, until one of them suddenly decided to retreat and flee. Perhaps it didn't want to lose face in front of the fair lady. What do you think? The cheetah was chasing after a wild pig for a long time, eager to taste it. But help arrived, and at the perfect moment, by the way. As a result, with the piglets coming together in a small group, the course of events changed completely. In one of the zoos, visitors can witness the fierce battle between the two largest and strongest primates. The intensity of emotions escalated so rapidly that the audience sometimes couldn't tell which primate would ultimately prevail over the opponent. However, the dominant male put an end to this fierce confrontation. Between wolves and bears, serious clashes regularly occur. Usually, these are battles not for dominance, but for survival. However, there are also isolated cases when these animals find a common language and get along well with each other. The buffalo observed the lurking cat for a while, and then thought, what the heck, and charged. As a result, this venture proved not in vain, and the predator, limping on one leg, fled far away. As we bid farewell to this incredible journey, we encourage you to subscribe to Wild Battle and stay connected to the pulse of the wild. Your comments and feedback about the animal battles, duels, and hunting scenes inspire us to create more captivating content.